going to go through a lot of construction updates. We'll try to keep them fairly rapid. I'm going to talk about demolition and abatement. The team from Tishman will talk about site work and central utility plant. The team from Bar and Bar is here as well. We'll talk about the first academic building. And then I'm going to walk you through our current iteration of the trucking and barging plan. So starting with demolition, I think people can see out on the site what's happening, the progress update. I think people know that the phase 1 is complete. That was signed off by the buildings department in early January. So we're actually starting work in that area that's been declared clean and complete. Phase 2 work is ongoing, and it's going to be going through June of 2015. Again, this is a shot from inside the site. Yeah, it might help to dim the lights a little bit. Can we do some of that?
There you go.
Yeah, that was good. Maybe just the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. So there you're standing at the very north end, inside the fence line, looking at building E, which is no longer there, but that's really the phase 1 area that you're looking at. Again, I think everyone knows that building J, building A, building G, and building E are now demolished. The foundations for, I think, G and A are pulled out. J is on the way. B is still standing. That's the last to go. And building E is the structure is down, but there's a lot of work to sort everything and put it in containers, barge it off the island, and of course all the foundation removal has to happen. Just some images of building E. These are old at this point. I think this was put together maybe a week or two ago, and there's been tremendous progress since then. Here you can see the demolition of building G is already removed. Building A, you see it at the center. That's the remains of building A. And here you see working on building J a little further north. This is the remains of building J. There's a lot of foundation work to be pulled out. Part of the project here is removing all the foundation work. I think people remember from the early portion of the project that any material that's recoverable on site, we're going to leave on site, we're going to crush it to use in order to raise the level of the site. But the demolition project does include the removal of all the foundations throughout the site. So when the area is open to future development, we won't have to go back and dig out the foundations. And you can see there's various different utilities coming out of the walls here. All of that gets removed as part of the project. So demo barging update as of February 1st. We've, obviously we're a little behind here. We've removed approximately 16,250 tons of waste, all of it by barge, including the mobilization, which was the bringing over of certain equipment like the fence and various different heavy materials over to the island. We've removed about between 3,775 and 4,000 trucks, which translates into 7,550 to 8,100 truck trips. And later in the presentation, when we talk about barging, we'll talk about the difference between trucks and truck trips. One is just the number of trucks, and the other trip is when a truck comes and goes. So it's just one is double the other. Are there any questions about the demolition work? I know I went through that quickly, but we've been talking about this for a while.
So you just closed my cornerstone, but you took down the cornerstone.
Is it gone?
I presume.
We should check.
I'll be on the side.
It's probably not gone. Not yet. Other questions?
Are you going to talk about air quality stuff later?
Yeah, we're going to talk about all that later. That's part of the trucking and barging. All right, if there are no other questions, let me turn it over to John from Tishman.